So I decided to take advantage of some of this beautiful weather today to come out and make a video sort of step by step on what I would do to set up my my shelter in a situation like this. You know, if it, however I got here, but it's about 33 degrees, drizzly / rainy, 4 inches and 3 inches of slush on the ground. Probably some of the worst conditions you can move into and try and survive through. It's really easy to die of hypothermia out here. So basically, I'm just figuring that I'm walking along, I found this little shelter area and I want to bed down for the night. Or maybe I got caught in this and I'm dressed like this and need to stay out of the wet. But basically, normally I'd probably get some pine boughs and stuff and put down to make a bedding, but you know, for the sake of time and ease here, we're just going to go flat on the snow. So what I would do is first, obviously I got my rain fly on my bag because it's been traveling in the rain. Take that off. And the ground's not too wet, the bag should stay pretty dry just sitting like this. So I'm going to take out my bivy sack, a contractor bag, and my thermal sleeping bag liner, and my poncho. So those are nice and packaged. The rest of this can just kind of get covered back up. And I'm also going to take my blanket off the top. So that's what I have that I'm going to need. Cover this back up. So first, what I'm going to do is lay out my bivy. This is the one that comes standard in the kit, the Ultralight Twilight. I prefer the one that has the holes over your face because it's more convenient and not quite as claustrophobic. I'm not even claustrophobic, but for demo's sake here, I'll use the one that comes standard with my kits. So it's not raining too hard right now, so I can kind of take my time with this. If it was raining, I'd have to take different measures. So I'm going to take some of my P-cord and loop it up over this branch that I purposely set up my bivy underneath so I can tie it off. Hope you can see this. I'm going to tie a loop in the rope, my P-cord, and then put this through, just choke it on the branch, so now I have plenty of P-cord to get to my bivy. Now that's not ideal. It has 2 straps, but I only have enough P-cord per se in this situation for one. So one isn't going to be just fine. But before I do that, I almost forgot. Because these bivvies have the zipper over the chest, whereas some bivvies have it over the head. There's sort of the eternal debate over who likes what better. If building like a snow shelter or something, and you're going to put your bivvy down inside it to insulate you, it's always best to have it over the chest. The downside is that if it's raining, water can come in through the zipper. So you have to take steps to avoid that. So what I'm going to do here is take my poncho and run the string through the head hole. Then I'm going to run it through here. And tie the bivy, you know, a reasonable height above my head so that when I sleep, the bivy is not completely pressed against my face. And I'm breathing on it and getting it wet and it's sticking to my face, even freezing my face. So now that we have that, that's all good to go. What we're going to do with our pack is put it in the contractor bag. Because let's assume that nobody's coming by to rob me tonight. It's not that kind of scenario. I can just leave my bag out here, provided I've hung any food from the trees. And just put it inside the bag. Get the air out. Twist it nice and tight. Loop it down. My bag's waterproof for the night. As long as nothing bothers it, it'll be fine there in the morning. So, what I'm going to do next is take my wool blanket. Waterproof stuff sack. You can actually submerge these things for a little while. Awesome little additions. Now I'm going to take the blanket, and this may be hard to see, but I'm going to unroll it inside the bivvy, and then I'm going to fold it out so the one layer is along the ground and the rest is to the side. So you might just have to take my word for that, as I don't know how well this is going to come out in video, but you'll get the idea. Alright, so I now have the bag laid out with one layer of blanket on the ground. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thermal sleeping bag liner, take that out. Then all these we're going to keep dry as best we can until we manage our shoes in a minute. Alright, so toes first, into the bivvy. That goes on top of the single layer of blanket. So now, you may want to leave your shoes on sometimes in your bivvy. If it's super cold, it's going to freeze your toes. Let's say, for argument's sake, I have three extra pairs of socks and I don't need my shoes tonight. It's best to keep the inside of your bivvy as dry as possible, as wet and cold is kind of your survival enemy. So I'm going to take my shoes off one by one, and then I'm going to bring them off. And I'm going to put them back to back inside my inside-outed dry sack. While we're at it, we're going to shove these in there too. So, toe first. I inside out it just to make sure that this side stays as clean and dry as possible. Both sides, toes towards the ends. That's probably a terrible survival idea. This is going to act as your pillow. Right there where the heels of you can put down a sweatshirt on that is going to be a lot friendlier than sleeping on the ground. So now what I'm going to do is turn around, wiggle into my thermal sleeping bag liner, wrap the rest of the wool blanket around me, sort of like a blanket taco, and pull this in and zip myself up. So again, it might be hard to see, but I'm sure you have the idea. Obviously staying on your bivvy so you don't get wet. Alright. Now I'm going to wrap the blanket around me. I usually make about 1.5 good wraps around me. Certainly enough to keep me reasonably insulated. And then tuck it back underneath me. Pull in my pillow. I'm going to zip up, and as I zip up, I'm going to pull the poncho over the zipper so that as the moisture comes down, it's not so likely to seep in through the zipper, which nothing with a zipper is waterproof. So you got to keep those covered. So anyway, I hope you found this enlightening.